And of course, since then, the Americans have withdrawn, which is, again, it's about political leadership. And if you get the politicians who aren't committed to it, then you won't get the international agreement, which is a great sadness. In terms of hydrocarbon, that's a great idea, but that involves, of course, as you will know, a huge investment. So we'll see if we can move towards that direction, because certainly we need to have some big step changes in how we deliver our energy in order to try to make not only the climate change commitments that we've already made, but the ones that we're being challenged to do by the latest report from the IPCC. But as we know, it's not just about climate change, important, critical though that is, it's also about trying to find a way to reduce the costs for people. And here in Hastings, we know more than many communities that the costs in some of the older buildings that we have for people's energy is really disproportionately high. And the more we can do to do retrofitting, and I know there's somebody here from Retrofit Works, which is great, the more we can not only do the right thing in terms of reducing energy use, but also do the right thing in terms of reducing cost. And it's good to hear from this table that there are some initiatives too. UK Power Networks, if I may say, does a great job. I'm very grateful for the investment that you do here in Hastings. Of course, wind turbines are not without controversy in their own way. I'm a big supporter of offshore wind, and when I was Secretary of State for Energy, we put in place pricing for offshore energy that a lot of people thought wasn't going to work because it was so competitive. But actually, because of innovation, which is such a critical part of developing new energy sources, the price of offshore wind over 4 years fell by nearly 60%, because the industry invested, innovated, and the price was driven down. So offshore wind is a really great UK success story. The fact is that onshore wind is less expensive than offshore wind, but it is also controversial. And I come back to the point in response to this young lady's point, is you have to take people with you. As politicians, you have to take the community with you. And in some areas of the UK, there is so much onshore wind that people have gone off wind energy altogether. So you have to do it in a way that takes people with you. Of course, with offshore wind, it's much more straightforward. So, well, thank you for sharing those ideas with me as a start, and I look forward to hearing more.